You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about Caitlin Clark. Some very interesting words coming from two individuals about Caitlin Clark. One of them is Bill Simmons. I used to listen to The Ringer a lot. Like at least during the NFL season, Simmons and Cousin Sal put out this really damn good Pick'em podcast right after the Sunday games are over, and then they pick the following week's games. They talk about the games, then they pick the following week. I have not listened to it this season, but some of that is because I just don't have time. But we all know that Bill Simmons is a very, very huge basketball fan. All right, covers basketball. Him and Ryan Russillo, big Russillo fan too. Now, I just listened to his podcast today. They really talk a lot of hoops, a lot of NBA, and he has made some comments about Caitlin Clark and exactly how popular she is. I would contend that maybe she's more popular than people that are even older, or people than some of the players that are older than her, because he says she is the most popular player, even a bigger player than anybody in the NBA under the age of 30. I think that's a slam dunk, but we'll see what he's got to say. I found this very interesting. This is Sonny Vaccaro, and in case you don't know who Sonny Vaccaro is, he is the gentleman that worked for Nike right here, best known for his tenure with Nike Incorporated, where he signed Michael Jordan to his first sneaker deal. Then he left, went to Adidas, and he went to Reebok. And he was very involved in putting together showcases for high school standouts. You see that, Kobe, LeBron, Dwight Howard. But he has made some comments, and I tend to agree with them about Caitlin Clark. He believes that Caitlin Clark's agents may have greatly failed her here when it comes to monetary incentives that she should have got. And he says, you've heard me say it, hybrid love child of Steph Curry and Larry Bird with the branding of Jordan. Well, guess what? He agrees with me on that, all right? He believes her brand, her agents should have had Nike create a literal brand like Jordan, the Jordan brand, one that stands alone by itself for Caitlin Clark. And he also believes she left a shit load of money on the table with her agents not doing this. Sonny Vaccaro says he believes Caitlin Clark could have got a much better deal from Nike, telling TMZ Sports he's sure the former Iowa superstar could have inked a pack similar to the one Michael Jordan got back in the day. The shoe industry legend, of course, knows all about the deal MJ received. He was the one who helped negotiate it. And when he heard Clark only got $28 million over 8 years to be with Phil Knight's company, he wasn't surprised. He was surprised it wasn't more. Vaccaro tells us she could have landed a contract that not only gave her more annual money, but also allowed her to take a cut of every Clark-branded item sold, just like Jordan got with his initial swoosh agreement in 1984. Quote, she should have gotten a piece of everything, the 84-year-old said, just like Michael Jordan. Vaccaro believes there are plenty of people to blame, including everyone from Clark's reps to other shoe companies who dropped out of the race and allowed Nike to come in with what appeared to be, on its face, a company-friendly contract. I'm saying to you, he said, they messed up. They should have held on to the last drop. Clark, though, doesn't seem too disappointed. $28 million, after all, is a ton of coin. And hey, she gets her own signature Nike shoe, which she's sure to be thrilled about? Well, look, there hasn't been a lot of any marketing from Nike. A lot of people are really amazed that Nike has dropped the ball, and I can't help believe that it's blowback from some of the WNBA players that are in the league right now, and all the blowback when she landed this deal with Nike and the world blew up because the wokes online lost their minds. You remember that? Why doesn't Asia Wilson have her own signature shoe? Blah, 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 blah. That became a big story for about 10 days. We talked about it on this channel, across several videos, and every media pundit was weighing in on it. I mean, good God, it's unbelievable. They're so jealous of her, and maybe it's affecting what Nike's doing right now. But Nike's done virtually nothing, and it is baffling to me. I don't get it. They're just setting on her? That's crazy. So Bill Simmons said Caitlin Clark is a bigger star than any other under 30 player in the NBA.
Is Caitlin Clark a bigger under 30 star than any under 30 star in the NBA?
Yes.
I think she is.
Absolutely.
Too. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even think that's a debate.
Her stardom, in a way, it has changed many conversations about sports, I feel like, especially women's sports.
I literally did not care about women's college basketball 10 years ago in any way, shape, or form. So I think some things have moved toward just the quality to play is more fun to watch, but she seems to be some sort of catalyst that is just, it's like before and after, and now we're in the after.
Part of it has to do with it's real difficult now for a guy to become famous in basketball at the collegiate level, but it still seems very plausible for a woman to do that.
Everyone's made this point, and it's super important, but you have this history with these women's players in college for 3 years, kind of have a sense of their game. So when they come in the WNBA, you know what they can do.
I think it's a problem with the NBA right now because back in the day, so many of these players stayed in college. They played 2 or 3 years, and you already knew who they were coming out. You knew they were stars. Carmelo Anthony, I remember how big of a player he was at Syracuse, right? Look, for however much people want to bitch about Christian Laettner, Laettner was a huge college player. Alonzo Mourning, right? Dikembe Mutombo. I mean, I remember Patrick Ewing. My God. All these players came out of college. They were huge stars. Michael Jordan. Hell, everybody. I think it's hurt college basketball, the men's side, real bad. Because men's college basketball don't have superstars like they used to. I mean, college basketball players in the tournament, the ones that were going into the NBA were massive, seriously. And then they came out, and look, a lot of them, I think that caused some pressure, right? But nonetheless, we all knew who they were coming out, and they were already stars. Shaq, LSU. I mean, I can remember watching him play in college. It's crazy. I mean, absolutely. I think she is the biggest star. I mean, come on now. Anthony Edwards, stop it. You know, you got to be kidding me. No. Bill Simmons is 100% right. I can't think of any NBA player that is under the age of 30 that Caitlin Clark's not a bigger star. I'm going to say much bigger star, maybe. And is there anybody over 30? I mean, I guess people would say Steph or LeBron, but let's be honest. People are much more engaged in Caitlin Clark right now than they are both of those players, and both of those players are obviously walking straight into the Hall of Fame. Now, could you have said that, let's say, about LeBron 10 years ago? I doubt it. It would have been like a real argument. Now, because they're both at the tail end of their careers, I'm not so sure. I mean, the ratings would tell you she's drawing more interest, not them. But Bill Simmons is absolutely right about the under 30 thing. I might claim under 35. You know? I mean, once they retire, she's going to... I've said I think she's the biggest star in basketball, but, tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.